I'm sure you don't know all of Bluey's secrets. Bluey's animators keep hiding things in details that go by on the screen so quickly that if you blink, you miss them. These details reveal wild secrets about the show. For example, it might be that Bluey is famous not only in our world, but in her world too.
What?
You probably already know that there's a real-life book with the story from the Fruit Bat episode. Well, did you know that this book appears in a shop window in the episode The Quiet Game? Another hidden detail appears in the episode Kids, when Bandit, Bluey, and Bingo go to the supermarket. In this episode, they play pretending that Bluey is the mom and Bandit and Bingo are her kids. She spends the whole time accepting everything Bingo wants and saying no to Bandit, who gets very upset. Later on, they work things out and Bluey starts being fairer. So much so that when Bingo asks her to buy a lollipop, she refuses. Right at that moment, we see on the shelf in the background a Bluey board game with their house on the cover, and a space where you can see a Bluey doll that looks exactly like her. Could it be that Bluey has a TV show in their world too? That would explain why we find these items in stores throughout the show. I don't know about you, but I like to imagine Bluey and the Healers being famous inside their own show, and their series being a reality show similar to the Kardashians.
Kim, would you stop taking pictures of yourself? Your sister's going to jail.
If you want to see this and other Bluey secrets, stick around because another zigzag is starting. One of the biggest questions from people who watch Bluey is, why do we never see cats walking around? The world is full of every dog breed, but where are the felines? But the animators left several clues that prove that cats exist in the show. They're just very well hidden, or maybe they've become a legend. The first clue that cats are real is canine pop culture. In Bluey's world, there's a super famous TV show that everyone watches, called Cat Squad. We see several characters singing the theme song and talking about it. Why would there be such a popular show about cats if they weren't real? That would be very strange. But the mystery gets deeper in the episode Workers. At one moment, we see Chilli in the home office, and in that moment, we can see an old painting on the wall. In it, we see an ancient dog holding a cat in a strange way, almost as if the cat had been captured. It's the same image Bandit shows in the mini-sode Archaeology, in which he gives a presentation about his job. This suggests that in the past, dogs and cats lived in rivalry and maybe even in war. The animators left this painting as a clue that the history of Bluey's world is more complex than it seems, and that perhaps cats became rare or domesticated, while dogs became the rulers of civilization.
Coincidence? I think not!
This ancient rivalry between dogs and cats is a mystery from the past. But our next topic takes us to Bandit's personal past, revealing that he wasn't just an archaeologist, but a true athlete. Bandit is the funniest dad on TV, and we're used to seeing him falling on the floor or being an unfair claw machine. But behind all the chaos, he hides a past as a sports star that almost nobody noticed. Bandit was a real athlete. How do we know that? The clue is hidden in his house. In the episode Daddy Robot, we can see a bookshelf in the background. And what's there? A #1 trophy. And right next to it, there's a rugby ball. This is Bandit's secret treasure, proving that he was a champion. Rugby is a super important sport in Australia, and Bandit was good enough to win first place. The proof that this matters to him appears even when he's sleeping. In the episode Bat Baby, we see Bandit taking a nap on the floor. And what is he hugging? The rugby ball! He's dreaming about his glory days, playing with his brothers and friends. He's so good that, in Bluey's dream, she arrives right when he scores the winning point. The animators left these clues so we can understand that Bandit is much more than just a funny dad. He's a natural competitor, and he uses that energy to throw himself on the floor, become a boat, or be a claw machine. The trophy is there to prove that his life has always been about winning, even if now the victory is getting 5 minutes of peace. So, did you think Bandit was just a funny dad? Tell us if you had already noticed these details using the hashtag #athlete in the comments. Now, we already know that Bandit is the rugby champion, but what many people ignore is that Chilli was also a high-level athlete. The Healer couple is made of pure sports talent, and the clue about Chilli is hidden right under our noses. In the same episode where Bandit is sleeping with the rugby ball, Chilli is sitting next to him, and she is holding a hockey stick. Hockey is a very popular sport, and the fact that Chilli is comfortably holding the stick suggests that it's not a toy, but rather a keepsake. And there's one more piece of evidence, except this one is even more secret. If you look at the photo frames hanging on the wall near the stairs of the house, you'll see an old picture. In that photo, there is someone holding a first-place trophy. The person in the photo doesn't look like Bandit, and the clothing and context suggest that it's Chilli at a younger time, celebrating a victory in sports, probably in hockey. The Healers are, by far, the most athletic couple on TV, and they use these abilities to survive the chaos of the family. Chilli and Bandit's athletic past is inspiring and very interesting. It is part of the journey of the two, and explains how they have so much energy to handle the girls' games. But another journey that is very interesting is that of a small, everyday object that we see being passed from hand to hand. Do you know which object traveled through almost the entire series? It's the $5 bill that the Tooth Fairy gives to Bluey. The animators showed this bill in several episodes. The story begins in the episode The Show. Bluey receives the bill and doesn't know what to buy. After many laps and dilemmas, she buys a candy apple, and, after that, the bill passes through several hands, from Winton's dad to Winton, who in turn passes it to the German sausage vendor, and so on, until it returns to Bluey's hands. In the end, she decides to gift the street musician with the money. But it doesn't end there. The animators decided that this bill, which has a small tooth sticker, is far too important. The musician keeps the bill. We see proof of this in the episode Dance Mode. If you look closely, the $5 bill is pinned to the musician's hat while he plays. The tracking continues. The last appearance of the bill is in the episode The Quiet Game. The musician finally decides to spend the money. He is seen using the bill to buy an ice cream, and we see the bill with the tooth sticker for the last time. And this doesn't have to be the last time we see each other. Click the subscribe button and join our group to see videos like this all the time. Have you ever noticed something super strange about Bandit and Chilli when they need to store something? They don't wear pants, which means they don't have normal pockets. But when Bandit takes that money Bluey and Bingo found in the laundry, he doesn't put it in a wallet. Bandit grabs the bill, makes a super fast motion of putting his hand on his back, and poof! The bill simply disappears. It vanishes into thin air as if he had a magic trick. Later, in the episode Phones, Chilli does the exact same thing with her phone. She uses the phone to call a car and, instead of leaving it somewhere, she puts it on her back and it disappears again. It's a total mystery. We call this the dimensional pocket. Think about it. If they don't have pockets in their clothes, the animators had to invent a way for them to store things. It's as if their own skin had a secret space where they can store small objects. This shows that, in Bluey's world, the rules of physics are a little different from ours. Which of these mysteries surprised you the most?